Since the beginning of the year, I went from a failed dropshipper to a $35,000 a month agency owner. And in that time, I've signed over 47 high paying creators using a pretty simple outreach strategy. And the crazy part is I've started this year with no clients, no experience, and no results. And now I have a flow of creators in my DMs ready to pay for my agency services. And look, if you're where I was just 10 months ago, struggling to sign high paying clients, worried that all the good creators are being taken by more skilled operators, then I'm pretty sure this will be one of the most valuable videos you ever watch. In this video, I'm revealing everything. How I increased my perceived authority so clients take me seriously. How I built an offer so good they can't say no. And the exact DM strategy that I used to close them still to this day. And if you implement the exact strategies that I'm showing you in this video, signing clients will become 10 times easier overnight. And look, I'm not about to just give you a bunch of theory. I'm gonna walk you through each piece. I'm going to show you real examples. I'm going to give you the literal Loom and DM templates that I still use to this day. And by the end of this video, you'll have an updated system that you can continue using throughout 2026 and begin using today. And I've actually made this really simple, and I mapped it out all on a Miro board, and it's 3 simple steps. Okay, as you can see here, I try to keep it pretty simple, but what this is, there's 3 simple steps to this. First, you need to increase your authority so that creators take you seriously. Second, you need an irresistible offer. Most of you guys don't have any sort of offer whatsoever. And then third, I'm going to show you the exact DM strategy that I'm still using to this day to close creators in the DMs. Okay, section 1, building authority with absolutely no client results. And here's the truth. Most creators are not going to trust you. Okay, you have 0 authority, and look, why would they trust you? You have no real clients, you have no real testimonials, you have no case studies, you don't really have shit. And so when you show up in their inbox, you're just another random person who's never done this before. And that's exactly where I was 10 months ago. You know, we were all beginners at one point. But here's what I figured out. You don't need client results for them to take you seriously. You just need to prove to them that you understand the game better than 99% of the other people in their DMs. Okay, and there's 2 specific ways to do this. Number 1 is you need to understand what the fuck you're talking about. And number 2 is you need to build a high authority social presence. And let me just say this, most of you guys are doing this wrong. Okay, so number 1, understanding what the fuck you're talking about. I can't tell you how many times I actually had a creator respond to my DM and agree to a call. Then I would get on the call and I would literally have no fucking clue what I was talking about. And I would even close like 1 or 2 of them. But then afterwards, after I'd close them, they just would not take me seriously. And I presume that a lot of you guys are in pretty similar situations. You guys think you're just gonna sign the big creator and you're just gonna wing it. You're just gonna figure it out on the job. But if you don't know what you're actually talking about, it makes it so much harder to actually sign the client in the first place, let alone have them take you seriously. Because you're gonna have to get on calls with the client, and they, I'm telling you, are gonna be able to sense that you have no idea what you're talking about. So you need to become obsessed with learning. You really need to know what the fuck you're talking about before you get into this. And the way I did this was I literally funnel hacked all of the top offers. I would go to the offers and I would see exactly what they're doing, and I would really try and figure out why they were doing that. And then you'll start to understand tons of concepts that you're actually confidently able to explain to clients when they ask what your plan is. And I know this sounds simple to actually learn what you plan to do, but if you don't lay the groundwork correctly, it makes everything so much more fucking difficult down the line. So make sure you actually know your shit. Okay. Then number 2 is building a high authority social presence. And most of you guys are doing this so wrong. And this is one of the biggest levers that you can pull on your outreach success. You change a couple things and your response rate goes from a 10% to a 50% overnight. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to build a high authority social presence. And I'm going to show you direct examples of people that I've seen. So when you send a DM to a creator, they're going to see your message, and then they're going to go to your profile to look and see if you're someone worth responding to. And if there's any like red flags on your page, if you have any bullshit going on, they are not responding to you. Okay, so here is exactly what you need to do in order to have a much better page. And I'm going to go through it right now. Okay, and there's several elements. I'm going to go through them all right now. So the first thing is your username. And yes, all of these things seem kind of trivial, but they actually do matter. So listen up, okay? First, your username. Okay, here's some bad examples. Spizzer, not good. Loy Skills Info, not good. Paul Chris 146, not good. And Scale Boss, not good. I'll tell you why these aren't good. Who the fuck are you? I've never seen you before. I don't even know what your name is, bro. Like, I'm not, it's hard to take you seriously. Okay, and then people who put like Johnny Skills Info, it's not gonna work. Keep it very simple. These are good usernames. Obviously, me, Tim Yoon, Brandon Parker, David Borlak. If you see a common theme here, it's your first and last name. You don't need to deviate deviate from that. Okay, you're not Brez Scales. You don't need to put Johnny Scales. You don't need to put Johnny Grows. You don't need to put any crazy bullshit. Just keep it very simple. First and last name works fine. This is one of the first things that people see when you slide in the DMs is your name. If you have some crazy looking name, bro, they are not responding to you. Okay, so just look, it's very simple. First and last name. If you have a weird name, maybe you could, change it up a bit, but not this, not this, none of this. This is all bad. Okay, and these are good names right here. Very simple. Don't overcomplicate this. Okay, and then the next thing is your bio. Once again, it seems trivial, but it actually does matter. Okay, so these are some bad examples. Info product artist. Okay, what is that? What is an info product artist, bro? And look, by the way, if you're like featured in this video, don't take it personally. I'm trying to help everybody here. So yes, it's not a good bio, but don't take it personally, brother. This one, info product consultant, help turn your expertise into profitable online education. It just sounds gimmicky. It just sounds like you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Okay, when you try to overcomplicate this and you say, I'm turning dreams into reality and I'm making you money, it doesn't work. Okay, and then this guy, scaling portfolio. What does that mean? Scaling a portfolio of what? Like it doesn't make sense. And then even if that did make sense, scaling a portfolio of companies, maybe let's say, it's clear that you're not scaling a portfolio of companies. Like we can clearly see that you don't have any results, you don't have anything. Okay, and now here are some good examples. This guy, 2-time school games winner, 1 million in profit, case study videos, building a software. That's good. Okay, me, W Glaze, Los Angeles, multiple 7 figures in client revenue. Simple. It says what I do. Very simple. Okay, my boy Luca, co-founder of Serious Info. That's his agency. 2 million client revenue. Learn what I do after making 7 figures for coaches. It's good. It's simple. It says what you do. It's not gimmicky. Okay, you don't need to put I'm an info product demon. I'm an info product artist. Just keep it simple, bro. If you're new, it's very simple. You could literally just put scaling info, and then you could put a good one is always where you're from, your name. Just simple. Keep it simple. You don't need to be doing all this crazy shit, bro. Hopefully that makes sense. But if in doubt, just keep it simpler. You don't need to go crazy with like a DM me this word to start scaling. You don't have an audience yet, so you don't need to be putting all that crazy shit. Okay. Now next, your profile pic. Once again, this really does matter for like your open rate. Like creators are scrolling quickly through their DMs, and if they see like these, they're just not responding. They're not responding. It's tough, but they're not. Okay. This guy right here. And by the way, I don't know these guys. They're just in my follower list, so I'm sorry if it offends you. You see this video, like, so if this is you, I'm sorry, but like right here, you're not really showing your face. Looks like you're just in a dirty bathroom. No good. This guy, there's 2 people in the picture. It's just bad lighting. It's just don't really know what's going on. This guy looks like it's straight off of LinkedIn. No good. And look, I'm really not trying to shit on these people, but you guys need to realize this, that these just are not good profile pictures. Now, here are some good ones. W Glaze again, but right here, I'm in Dubai. I'm on the jet ski. Kind of see. Honestly, I could do better, but this is what I have. And then we have Ben, RP, but it's a good profile picture. I can clearly see that he's a human being. I know what he looks like now. It's easy, simple, good. Okay, once again, this guy, it's a good profile picture. I can see his face. Looks like he's working. It's good. Just keep it very simple too. You don't need to go over the top or any crazy shit. You don't need to do LinkedIn type photos, anything like that. Just keep it simple. Make it look good too. Make it look like this guy has some shit going on with his life. If I see this, like, dude, it's nothing, Okay, another thing. Again, it just seems like, why would you care about that? But people do care about this. They look at this and they're like, well, okay, why do you have 100 followers and you follow 3,000? So this does matter. These 2, bad example. It's pretty self-explanatory. You don't really want 200 followers and 700 following. Okay, it just shows that no one really gives a fuck about you. And look, I wish it didn't have to be this way, because like, who really cares? It's like, I wish that we didn't have to do all this, but sad reality is that this stuff does matter. People do look at this. So bad examples here, right here, good examples. Good following, or good followers, good following, good followers, good following. Pretty simple. Okay, a couple other things. Should you pay for verification? I think the answer is yes, if you have above 1,000 followers. Okay, because it does help your open rates quite a bit. But if you have under 1,000, say you have 400 followers, I would not pay for verification yet, because yes, it's going to help your open rate, but it's going to cook your response rate. So this creator's going to look at you and you have 400 followers and you're verified, and it's like, bro, like, why don't you have more followers? So yeah, there's that. What should you post? Just don't be retarded. Just post like normal stuff. Post good things about your life. Post normal stuff. Don't do any weird stuff. Okay, and that doesn't really matter too much. And then what should you have in your highlights? Have your life's highlights. If you travel, you could post that. If you are getting wins, client results, business results, post all that type of stuff. Okay, once again, don't post bullshit in here. That's what I'll say. Don't post just a pic of your room, or don't post like just random stuff. It's better to have nothing than have bad stuff. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Okay, and it's really that simple. It's more just not being a bot, bro. And if you put all this together, you can have a half decent page that creators are going to want to respond to. All right, so now they actually take you seriously because you know what the fuck you're doing. You have a good looking Instagram page. Now you need to be able to make them an offer that they can't say no to. Okay, that's where I bring myself over to the irresistible offer section. And I'm going to be real with you. This is why I was getting fucked for like 4 months in the beginning. So when I first started, I had no actual offer. Like, I knew that I could help creators scale, but I didn't really know what that meant. You know, I would just get on calls with these people and I would just kind of wing it. Like, yo, you need help with your funnel? Yeah, I got you. You need help hiring a sales team? Yeah, I got you. You need help with this, that. Like, I was doing it all. I was saying yes to whatever they needed just because I was desperate. And here's what happened. You know, I would land a client, I would do a bunch of random stuff for them, I would get them some results. Then I would struggle to sign my next one because I didn't really know what I was selling. I had no repeatable system. And then after about 4 months in, I realized the operators that are actually doing very well and killing it, they're not selling a bunch of random shit like a freelancer. They had one, maybe two very clear offers. So I sat down one day and I actually built what I call my core offer. And it was a repeatable system that I could confidently pitch to multiple creators. And once I did that, bro, my business just fucking skyrocketed. I went from signing maybe one client a month to over 5 clients a month pretty simply. And why? It's because I actually knew what I was selling. I was confident pitching it and creators could immediately understand the value. Okay, so let me break down the framework. Your offer has to have 4 things. It has to have a specific outcome. It has to have a pretty clear process. It has to be 0 risk for the client. And it has to have a target audience / niche. Once you're rolling with the offer, it has to have that. Okay, and so here is the actual offer that I ran with that made me over 150 grand in the last 10 months. Okay, it was this: I'll help you install the complete system, help you build out new content to attract your target audience, a new book a call funnel, and a full in-house sales team trained on your offer so that in 90 days you're consistently generating 50K a month without being dependent on someone like me. So it was very simple. Build out their content. I'd put in a very simple funnel for them, and I would hire and train a high-level sales team specific for their offer. Okay, and it was very specific. They understand exactly what they're getting, and they understand exactly when they're getting it and the outcome that they'll get from it. Okay, and now you have to price your offer. And so this is what I see most of you guys doing. You'll do a rev share, just no setup fee, or some of you guys will do like a $250 setup fee plus like a 30% rev share. And it makes no sense to do $250 setup fee. And I know why you guys are doing it. It's so that you can cover your, software subscriptions like ClickFunnels, and so you don't have to go out of pocket. But it's just not what a serious business owner does right here. If you're only charging rev share and it's not like a whale of a client, it just shows that you're not very confident in yourself. You're not very confident in your offer or what you're even going to deliver. And so you just say, you know what, 30% rev share. So if it all fucks up, then it's no loss to him. That's not what a serious business owner does though. Okay. And so this is what I did. My program is $5,000 one time. And the program was complete within 90 days or 120 days, depending on what niche it was in. And then at the end of the 90 days, they continue to work with me for a rev share. So that's how I structure it. And to be honest, if you guys are completely new to the game, I would say charge a 1K setup fee and take 25% rev share. Okay. You don't need to be doing this 30% rev share, 200, none of this. Stick with this. If you have to lower it to 500, then do that. If you just literally have like no case studies and you live a boring life and you can't make your Instagram nicer. But I would say that this is a good starting point for most of you guys. So now that you have a good offer and now that you properly priced it, we need to work on your guys' DM strategy, because you can have all the authority in the world with a good looking Instagram profile, all that, and you could have an amazing offer and a good price. But if you're not landing in their DMs correctly, it doesn't matter. And here's the thing. Most people completely overcomplicate this. They send these long, elaborate messages trying to explain exactly what they do up front, and that doesn't work. Or they go the opposite direction and they say, do you have one-on-one mentorship? And right here, I'm going to show you why that does not work. Okay. Here's what happens when I used to send the, yo, do you have one-on-one mentorship? And look, this is from months ago because I actually used to do this and it doesn't work. And I'll show you why. Yo, bro, do you have one-on-one mentorship, one-on-one coaching? Yeah, we have a Discord server, currently the free trial. So what do you send after that now? How are you supposed to recover this? You haven't built any trust. You haven't built any authority. All you've done is, yeah, you got the response, but now what? Okay. And it's a similar story with the rest of these. Yo, do you have one-on-one mentorship? I'm just focusing on content right now. I want to get started. I'm still learning knowledge myself though. Okay. Yo, do you have one-on-one mentorship or coaching program? Yo, I do. So he already has one. So what are you going to do now? Send the loom and look like a dickhead? You just faked him out. It's not working. Okay. Do you have one-on-one coaching? Yo, you missed a drop. Do you want to sign up? No, I don't, but I want to pitch you on what I can do. It's just no, bro. Okay. And once again, it just doesn't work. And then I'll show you some more DMs that I get. Yo, Oliver, I hope you're doing good. I specialize in video editing and scripting. I don't care what you do up front. No one else does. You don't pitch like that. You don't pitch straight first message. It doesn't work. Yo, I have a question for you. I hope you are well. My name is Sumit and I specialize in video editing. Confident that my skills and expertise, like, no, you're not. Okay. Or you wouldn't be reaching out like this. So no, that doesn't work. And then the last thing is I see so many people just completely bullshitting it nowadays. So this is actually from my client's DMs. He sends a loom up here. Then he says, lock in, bro. Let me know. And then he says, my client says, I'll pass, bro. And then he says, I know we can make you a lot of money. I'll make this special offer for you. We'll set up everything and you don't have to pay us anything unless we make you money. And that's how confident we are because we've worked with AK moves. You haven't worked with AK moves because I worked with AK moves. So don't lie in the DMs. You just look retarded now. And he sends, no, you didn't. It's like, what did you gain from this? And by the way, AK Moose doesn't even follow you. So please, guys, do not lie in the DMs with who you've worked with. If they ask who you've worked with, just say no one, or just say you worked as a setter or a closer on offer, so at least you know something. But don't fucking do this. Don't just lie. Don't just lie. It doesn't work, okay? So what should you do then? So we've seen what bad outreach looks like. So what does good outreach look like? I'll give you one example of what I've done, and then I'll show you the exact strategy that I use. So Kenny resells, yo, Kenny, how's the reselling been going? It's a good message. People might want to respond to that. Doesn't look like you're selling anything, right? Yo, TJR, how's the trading going? You obviously wouldn't outreach to TJR, but you get the point. They're probably going to want to respond, okay? And then you slide in with the Loom video. Appreciate the high value outreach. Someone who's used to doing copywriting, the video appeals to me, so I'm in. He sends me his number, and then we hop on a call and he's closed. It's that simple, but you guys try to overcomplicate it with like all these crazy like Trojan horse style outreach, and just, it's simple, guys. And I'll show you exactly what it is. It's 2 parts, and I don't recommend that you do this in the beginning because they probably never heard of you before. So like, it just seems like, who is this guy, right? That works because like I've kind of taken over the reselling niche, but it's probably not going to work for you guys. So I'll show you guys what to do. So you send a Loom video breaking down their entire business, what they're doing wrong, how you can solve it, and then I'll call to action at the end, asking for their phone number, just to hop on a very quick phone call. Don't ask for a Google Meet or a Zoom or anything crazy. Just ask for their phone number. That way, you know, you can always text them instead of being lost in the DMs. And then I also send a voice note after that, voice chat, I think I put here. Send a voice note after it, and I say, yo, bro, check out the video I just sent you. It's got some value in there. Or, yo, bro, let me know when you watch the video I sent you. Something very simple like that, okay? You don't want to come across as salesy. That's the number one thing. You don't want to come across as desperate or like you haven't signed a client in years. You just need to be like nonchalant with it, honestly. Send the valuable Loom video and send a voice note. It's that simple, guys, okay? And then say they don't respond to you. It's normally not because they didn't fuck with what you said. It's normally because they didn't see it. Like most of these guys are getting tons of DMs every single day. So you need to follow up. And I suggest you follow up 3 times every other day. So normally, let's say they don't respond to your Loom video and the voice note. Then you're going to follow up once 2 days later. And you're going to say, yo, bro, let me know if you saw the video. Okay? Just nonchalant, just simple. Don't say, yo, oh, by the way, bro, I can discount it by 50%. Don't, just chill out. Okay? Just chill out. Okay? And then you're going to follow up for the 2nd time, 2 more days. And you're just going to say something simple like bump. You bump it up, right? And then for the 3rd time, just say, last DM, let me know if you've seen it. Just keep it simple, guys. Don't pitch. Don't do any crazy shit. Don't make it complicated. Just simple, right? And then if that doesn't work after 3 follow-ups, just move on. There's more creators out there. You don't have to keep fucking spamming him. At that point, he probably didn't see it. And he's probably not ever going to see it. And just so stop DMing him. You're not going to get him, okay? And so it's just like that. It's very simple, guys. Don't overcomplicate it. Very valuable Loom video, high quality. Don't just bullshit it. Make it at least like, 4 to 8 minutes. Make it high quality. Actually show that you know what you're talking about. And, they're going to want to respond to it. And then also send a voice note with it so that they can hear that you're a real human being and not just some robot that's fucking, outreaching all day long. So simple. And so if you do this, you send the Loom video and the voice note, most of the time, like the creator is going to watch your Loom video. He's going to watch at least like 30 seconds because genuinely, like they are interesting to watch. Like, what does this person have to say? And so this is make or break. If you make the Loom video quality, you actually sound like you know what you're talking about. Like I said in the beginning of the video, knowing what you're talking about, they're probably going to respond to you. They're probably going to be very interested. And from there, you hop on a call with them. It's very simple. You don't have to be like a fucking top dog closer to close them. It's very simple. Okay. Just hop on there with them, explain that you know what you're talking about, pitch them the price, and close. It's not difficult, guys. So don't overthink that. Okay. If you do that 10 times a day for a month, I guarantee you that you will have a client at the end of that month. Okay. It's not that difficult. And one more thing. And if you guys want to see any of my Loom videos that I've actually sent that has closed a creator, DM my Instagram. I left it in the bio, and just literally DM me the word Loom and I'll send you some of the recordings. But yeah, it's actually very simple, guys. It's not difficult. And that is the exact 3-step system. I used to go from a failed dropshipper to a $35,000 a month agency owner in just 10 months. Okay. You build authority by proving you know what the fuck you're talking about. You build a nice looking Instagram page, and then you build an irresistible offer that they can't say no to. And then you know what you're saying in the DMs, and you have a good DM strategy, and you'll do just fine. That's it. That's the formula. So you really have 2 options from here. You can take everything that I've just shown you and go implement it yourself. You can build the Looms. You can send the DMs. You can close people yourself. And honestly, if you're disciplined, it's going to take you pretty far like it did for me. Or the second option is you work with me directly, and I help you skip the 4 months of trial and error that I had to take, and I show you exactly what to do. Because look, here's the reality. Most of you guys are going to go try this, and then you're going to get stuck somewhere. Your Loom might not be good enough, or you'll send the DMs and get no response and not really know why. Or you'll actually get responses, but then you'll fumble the sales calls. And I know, because that literally happened to me for the first 6 months of my journey. So if you want to move a lot faster and cut out those 6 months, if you want me to review your looms, if you want me to build the offer with you, if you want me to look into your DMs and see why people aren't opening it, and you want me to coach you to help you sign your first 3 to 5 clients, I do have a program for that. And I'm only taking on a handful of people this month because it's a brand new program. And I want to make sure that I can get my first 3 really good testimonials. And if that sounds like something that interests you, there is a book a call link in the bio. It's just a call with me. It's not a closing call. It's not any crazy shit. I'm gonna help you lay out a little bit of a roadmap of where you're at now and how far you are from basically where I am. And I'll show you exactly how to make your first 10 to 20K in the next 30 to 40 days. But whether you join or not, here's what I do want you to do right now. Pause this video, go make a list, a Google Doc of 100 creators in your target range with 5K to 30K followers and an estimated 5 to 20K per month offer, and start spamming quality outreach every single day. And I promise you, you will have a high paying client in the next 30 days, because the person who's willing to put the work in will always win. And look, if you found this valuable, drop a like, follow me on Instagram, DM me if you need more help, and I'll see you guys in the next one.